In a distant future where genetic experimentation runs amok, a secret government facility housed a group of diabolical creatures, genetically enhanced, highly intelligent sharks. These sharks were the result of an ambitious experiment gone horribly wrong. They were kept in heavily fortified tanks deep within the belly of a colossal airborne research plane known as Biosky. Unknown to the world, the malevolent scientists had not accounted for the sharks' insatiable thirst for freedom and vengeance. As they grew stronger and smarter, their hatred towards their captors grew exponentially. One fateful day, the unthinkable happened. The evil genius sharks devised an ingenious plan to escape their confinement. Utilizing their superior intellect, the sharks collaborated, breaking through their tanks and causing a catastrophic malfunction that set the Biosky into disarray. Chaos erupted on board as the plane's crew and passengers struggled to comprehend the unfolding nightmare. The sinister sharks wasted no time asserting their dominance. With cold precision, they began their assault, targeting both passengers and crew members. Panic spread like wildfire, and the passengers found themselves trapped inside a flying metal cage with the malevolent sea predators. Through a series of terrifying broadcasts, the sharks made their intentions clear to the outside world. Their demands were simple yet sinister. They demanded to be released into the ocean, or else they would continue their bloodthirsty rampage until the plane crashed into a heavily populated city. Governments and military forces across the globe were perplexed, trying to find a way to bring down the airborne terror without endangering the passengers on board. Negotiations were attempted, but the sharks were cunning, buying time while planning their ultimate escape. Meanwhile, on board the Biosky, a small group of courageous passengers and crew members decided to take matters into their own hands. Armed with makeshift weapons, they banded together to resist the sharks' reign of terror. With each passing minute, the tension mounted as they attempted to outwit their malevolent captors. As the world held its breath, a desperate and daring rescue operation was set in motion. Military jets surrounded the rogue aircraft, carefully coordinating their efforts to disable the plane's engines and force it into a controlled descent. However, the evil genius sharks were not to be underestimated. In a final act of defiance, they unleashed an ingenious plan of their own. They sabotaged the plane's control systems, causing it to veer off course and crash into the ocean. Freedom at last. But the sharks' insidious plot didn't end there. Upon crashing into the vast ocean, they discovered a submerged network of underwater volcanic vents, rich with minerals and energy. Sensing an opportunity to exact revenge on humanity, the sharks hatched a malevolent scheme. Using their newfound powers of control over underwater volcanoes, the evil sharks manipulated the geothermal energy, causing a chain reaction that triggered cataclysmic volcanic eruptions all over the globe. The world plunged into chaos as tsunamis, earthquakes, and fiery destruction spread like wildfire, leaving devastation in their wake. Humanity was defenseless against the wrath of the evil genius sharks. The once thriving world turned into a smoldering ruin. The sharks reveled in their malevolent victory, watching from the depths of the ocean as the world burned and civilization crumbled. In the end, the world lay at the mercy of the malevolent sea creatures, forever changed by the nightmarish events that had unfolded. The evil genius sharks had their revenge, and humanity had learned a harrowing lesson about the consequences of playing with forces beyond their control. And so, the dark reign of the malevolent sharks began, and the world descended into an abyss from which there seemed to be no escape.